Welcome back to Cinderella. And we are at her lessons of her naming classes, which we've already read. Don't really matter to us. That much. Blah 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 blah. And music playing through. Yeah, I know you wouldn't pass without me. Blah blah blah. Blah. Waiting. Blah blah blah. Okay, I think after this. He's just asking if I've done a good deed. I think after him, we see him. It's all. Bye. He just smiles and bows. Ron and Emily are waiting for me. Already waiting for me. The carriage by the time I arrive at the palace gates. Rod has his arms crossed looking at me infuriated. His face is probably stuck in that skull, it seems. You are late. I apologize. You're so grumpy, but you have been late many times before too, Rod. Rod just shrugs his shoulders as he heads into a carriage. M sighs before looking at me. Shall we? Of course. The three of us sit silently as carriage rolls towards down. The knight assists to guard duties is sitting out front of the drivers waiting for any disturbance. M's glance out the window while Rod silently looks out the other and resting his chin on the palm of his hand. I notice M pauses to glance at Rod every now and then, looking restless. Finally, she breaks the silence. Are you still mad that I asked you to come along to visit Victoria? You could have declined the invite, Rod. And if you would only tell me what happened between the two of you, I would do my best to remain the situation. Rod noticed me looking at him, his skull, and he remains his mood glaze to the window. I have nothing to say, Em. But you used to be good friends with Victoria, Rod, but ever since you... M stops herself, but I know why she's referring to his curse. After that day, you kept your distance from her. When you found out about the wedding day, you became even colder towards her. Even Victoria's worried about you, Rod. She's worried that she might offend you somehow. There is a hint of worry in his tone. Is it possible that Victoria is related to Rod's curse? Ems opened her mouth again to say something, but then suddenly stops and returns to the window. Her expression mirrored Rod's only gloom. We are all in silence until we arrive at the toy shop. Ems, good to see you again, and you too. Rose, was it? I nod at acknowledgement. Victoria nods politely at the knight who stands guard at the shop's door. Is it just the two of you today? Ems and I both turned around to only see that Rod has vanished immediately. Ems frowned, looked down both between disappointment. He was right behind us. I'll go look for him. Thank you, Rose. Just as I expect, Ron is leaning against the wall of the alley just outside the toy shop. Stay with him. I can tell by Rod's stiff pose that anything I say to him will fall out of deaf ears, so I moved to stand next to him instead. I leaned against the wall with him. What are you doing? Keeping you company. Rod raised an eyebrow at me. Since when have you ever liked my company? I'll rather be here than stay inside the toy shop and listen to Ems and Victoria talk. So you're not here to try and get me to talk. Well, it's not as if you would answer any of my questions. I've tried forcing you to talk and know how effective it is. But I will be here if you want to talk. Rod eyes me surprisingly. Since when did you start listening to others? When you are the person made of someone who enjoys talking, you learn to listen. Ems has been happy these past few months. I hate to admit it, but it seems to be because of you. Are you actually praising me? Rod looks away, his cheeks turning pink. Think whatever you like. I don't know why, but for some reason I'm happy Rod gave me a compliment. Princess Rose. Rod and I turned to sound some firm voice waltzed and paused in front of us, brightly smiles. It's nice to see you again, Princess. Walton, what are you doing here? Well, I'm about to deliver a letter to the prince, but I guess that won't be necessary anymore. A letter? Is Perfiel asking for me? Not just you. She wants to see the princess as well. Me? It's been a while since I was last at Mythal's. Is something wrong? They need to discuss something important with the princess. Come to Mythal tonight. Tonight, but we're already here, so why not now? On ice ships to our carriage. You are here with Princess Ems. Yes, you can't make her wait too long. What they need to discuss to you is complicated and will take time to explain. The toy shop door opens and Ems stands in the doorway as she says goodbye to Victoria. Remember, tonight. These are Walt's last words before slipping back into a crowd. His visit with Victoria was brief, then I thought. It would be nice now, all of us, to head back to the palace. Rod has no word on our way back. I can tell this is making Ems agitated as she completes the guards at Rod's expression. If you have something to say, say it. Ems stares at me. You obviously want to say something to Prince Rod. The only way to get your answer is to ask him directly. Rod does not turn around. If it's as he doesn't hear me. Ems claps her hands and sighs. Well, I glance at Rod, who is still persistently staring out the window, his eyes focused on nothing. He's perhaps not to hear us. How immature. Rod, Victoria was sad that you weren't there today. She was concerned that you stayed outside to avoid seeing her. What's going on with you? I'm not in the mood to answer your question, Em. Em gasped the edge of her dress as she became more ragged. You've been keeping secrets from us ever since you were cursed. We don't even know why you were cursed, or how to help you break it. Wait, the rest of the family doesn't know about the curse situation, Rod's curse? I've thought that he told them everything, but they don't know is that he is cursed. We are family. We're supposed to help each other with problems. Em's hands are shaking as she glances at her brother. The carriage stopped as soon as the servants opened the door. Em quickly stepped out to rush towards the palace. Rod watched her go through, his eyes on frown. He looked Guilty. I shook my head before running after him. Em stands in the hallway with her hands to her chest. She's breathing slowly in and out as if she's on the verge of tears. When she notices me behind, she turns away, wipes her eyes with a blank back of her hands. I'm sorry for storming off like that. I was just very frustrated at Rod. I said something I shouldn't have said back there. If anyone finds out about this, they won't. Your secret's safe with me. Em flashed me a grateful smile before looking at the sky. Em? One moment Rod is running down the hall. The next, he stopped in front of us, trying to catch his breath. Em, I'm sorry. I'm sorry too, Rod, but right now I'd like to be alone. Of course. I'm sorry, Rose, but could you leave me for now? She does not wait for my answers, and before walking away, leaves me alone with Rod. You made her cry, Rod. I'm fully aware of that. Why are you hiding your curse from your family? You wouldn't understand. I'm doing this to protect them. Protect them? Rod shakes his head slightly. They wouldn't understand. Those are the last words Rod speaks before rushing off, leaving me alone in the hall. What happened to him? We're just in the hallway waiting for Rod. We're about to walk off. And there. Shh! Rod? Rod glanced in ice. He spoke quietly, but I could feel his anger simmering under his words. What if someone saw you just standing there? Have you ever thought about how they might get suspicious? His tone is actually there. For a moment, I couldn't find my voice. But then he is right. I should have been more careful. Sorry. Rod stares at me, surprised. What? I never thought I'd hear you apologize, especially to me. Oh, well, at least I know how to apologize, unlike you. And why would I ever reason to apologize to you? Because you've done nothing but treat me coldly ever when I have done nothing to personally attack you. Rod grows at me, but does not say anything. Instead, he sighs and takes my hand and pulls me after him. What? Let's go before the guards see us. I have no energy to argue with Rod, so I allow him pull me along. I'm sorry. What? He apologized to me. Don't make me repeat myself. I didn't hear you clearly. If there's one thing I know about you, is that you're not deaf. Of course I'm not. Shh, someone will hear you. I glance at Rod, but he does not riposte. Princess, your hand is warm. Rod freezes in place and glances at Sebastian, who's to be shrugged. Your thoughts are too loud, Rod. Thoughts, the dim light. I can see a fake blush on Rod's cheeks. You are blushing. I am not. He lets go of my hands and starts walking towards the secret passage, with me trailing behind him. We look around to make sure no one sees us before slipping inside. I follow closely behind Rod in silence. My eyes move upon to the low bunny plush on his shoulder. Sebastian, I wonder, have you ever talked with Rod's family as yourself? Rod stops and scrolls on his shoulder at me. What? I'm asking Sebastian, not you. No, I do not, Princess. Rod does not want me to talk with others since I might say something. So much for that. You speak even when it's unnecessary. The dim lights of the tunnel, I think a faint fade pink Rod's cheeks, but it's probably a trick. Strange lightly. You're not doing a very good job. Sebastian sighs. How can I not when Rod's here is thinking too loudly? It makes my head ache. You get headaches. That's not the point. The point is that when he thinks on something too long, his head becomes cloudy and really full, like it's going to explode. That's why I got to explain for him. He's not good at explaining his thoughts, so Rod cuts Sebastian off by pinching his cheeks. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, I'll stop talking now. Rod sighs and continues walking. Rod, have you spoke with Emily since that early incident? No. As much as I want to ask him again about his curse, I doubt he will discuss anything with me. I decided to keep my thoughts to myself as we head to Mythal. When we arrive at Mythal, Prefer and Delore are welcoming us. The others, however, are nowhere in sight. It's been a while, Princess. Thank you for bringing her here safely, Rod. Where is everyone? They're all resting to their rooms. It wasn't necessary for them to be here for what Delore and I want to discuss with you. I'll stay in the train then. Rod is about to head to the train when Delore stops him. You don't have to leave. We are going to say it involves you too, since you stay at the palace as well. Rod looked curious, but asked no questions. Perfume and Dory greets us over to see. We all take our seats. There's something Rod and I must know because we are in the palace. I have a bad feeling about this. Before we start, I would like to congratulate you on your first good deed, Princess. And we're going to leave it here because my battery's about to die in a few seconds. So, peace!